No, it's all good. Okay. In our last session, Aethelflid, Tarlin, and Calixto, you made your way. Well, Tarlin, you were already there. But you all found yourself at the funeral of Ismond Greenshield and 50 mercenaries that were once under the employ of Cudgel Ironsmile, who is a very distraught, emotional dwarf that very gruff. She mentioned Shitmouth, the mercenary who had zero redeeming qualities at all whatsoever. But you can tell that she was very emotionally wounded, even though she tried to exhibit a gruff exterior. In a similar vein, Becklin Uthi Haran, you had some very poignant conversation with her, and while consoling Aethelflid, Becklin wrapped her arms around you, and then you as well, Calixto. She announces to the entire city that you are a ray of light and a beacon of hope. And quite frankly, it's a time where people needed to hear that. There's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of tourists still in town. Town's under somewhat of a lockdown. The Kingfisher Festival has been canceled officially, and what was once meant to be a joyous occasion, full of music from Untamed Siren, everyone's favorite Taylor Swift cover band. Um, Everyone needed to hear in this uncertain moment that there was hope. And another poignant conversation, of course, was with Darrett, who is very much under your thumb now. You guys have a lackey, but you both managed to inspire him. And Aethelflid maybe had one of my favorite moments last week when she cast heroism on Darrett, who looked to be the saddest person on the dock. He gets to meet Calixto Barlaez, and instantly this kid is starstruck. He went from I have no hope to you guys are the hope. How can I help you be the hope? This leads to a compliment about Tarlin and a suggestion that he is quite powerful. And Darrett rushes to his side and begins helping Tarlin with funeral rites. You have a conversation with Mayor Raven, who continuously, despite your best efforts, doesn't understand that you can't bring back the head of a Draconian. She also announced to the city that the reason that everyone except for Isbin was being sent to sea to be burned in funeral pyres is because of the Draconians. This is because you guys were like, let's definitely rally behind that. So you convinced her that it was a good idea to announce that everything going wrong is because of these scary dragon monsters. She
Mm-hmm.
wants proof, and she tasks you with that. Um, and this is what I was going to get to. Is there a moment that you guys felt stood out? Like, what would be Tarlin's most profound moment during this funeral? Calixto, Aethelflid. Was there something that stood out for your character where maybe they developed a little bit, grew, something that maybe they'll carry with them? It was an emotional ceremony.
Hmm.
It's a good question.
And you can think about that while we get to another question, which is now, Jesse, while Tarlin Calixto and Aethelflid are at the docks for the funeral of Isbin Greenshield and 50 of Cudgel Ironsmile's mercenaries, what was Jesse up to during this time?
How long is this time frame?
So this was probably about an hour, and this would have been roughly 30-45 minutes after y'all had left the beach.
Gotcha. And that's all I missed
I
in
will
total.
say, I will say, there is something behind door number 3 that I could put you down a path towards. If maybe you were doing something that wasn't the funeral, we can say you were there. We can say maybe we could role play a quick scene if you would like.
My gut says that I was probably off having some private time basically centering myself, focusing, maybe working on working on my martial arts in whatever way.
Cool. You were doing karate in your basement.
I was doing karate in the garage.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Jesse, as you are, I'm assuming you're outside, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you able to see Roll20 right now?
Yeah, I can pretty easily. Let me see if my computer didn't fucking shut down. Doot. Here I am.
That's okay. While you're doing that, we can
Yeah, I'm here.
go back to the others.
No, we're good. Yeah,
Okay.
well,
Oh,
go
you're
ahead.
back. Okay.
Yeah, I'm on Roll20.
Okay, that works. Okay, cool. Okay. So you see a couple of things as you're doing karate. And you see Tarlin and Aethelflaed walking towards the road, walking past the gate. But you also see these three figures from before in front of you. There's the woman who's a Knight of the Crown, there's a gentleman who's Knight of the Sword, and then there's an older looking man in gruff armor, and you instantly recognize these three as the people who accosted Tarlin previously. And it almost looks like they're trying to meet them in the same pathway. You don't have to follow. You certainly could.
Remind me. Oh, this you're saying these are the folks that we found out on the road.
Mm-hmm. And
the other night.
Almost you can see that they kind of veer off the path to bypass the gate just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they kind of find their way into some foliage. It almost looks like they're spying on Tarlin and Aethelflaed right now.
Yeah,
But, like I said, you can choose to do your karate. You don't have to do anything at all. You could go do...
if they are headed out of my eyesight, I'm gonna consider maybe just quietly, following behind, hoping not to be noticed, just to kind of observe to see if I can see what they're up to, see if it's a threat.
Okay, could you roll me a stealth check? While you're doing that, I would like to go back to the others. So, you've had a second to kind of think about that character moment. Was there something during the funeral that stood out? Either to you as the player, where it's like, oh yeah, maybe my character's feeling something, or just in character.
Go ahead, Aaron.
You can go first, Tosh.
I think since Ethelflaed's village and town was destroyed through war, I especially if you can see I don't know 50 graves or bodies laid out or whatever. I think seeing all the carnage would just kind of make her remember the devastation that happened to her village, and it would probably just it'd feel solemn, but kind of like a reconviction of yeah, I build machines for war, but inevitably it's to stop, and to fight everything that's harming the country. So it kind of just strengthens her ideals of what she's doing, and that she's doing it the right way. Because her way of waging war, yeah, is through building contraptions, making people stronger, weapons better, making war machines, so seeing that would probably have that effect on her.
Okay, I like that a lot. Anyone else?
I think for Callisto, there are a couple of things. One of them is Derek, because Callisto personally is a pretty low-ranking knight, and I don't think that it's really come up in gameplay much, but if I'm understanding the lore correctly, I think Callisto probably doesn't have the highest opinion of a lot of the other Solamnic knights, especially these fucking three right here. And so for Derek, the passion, that we were able to inspire in Derek, I think is going to be very meaningful to Callisto, and I do have plans for it.
I'm sure you do.
And
I'm sure.
yeah, the other thing would be when fucking I want to say it was Becklin. Yeah, it was Becklin who's like, these three are like gonna be fucking it,
Yeah.
and she was basically announcing that. You said like to the docs, but like that was like to this whole funeral essentially, right? Everybody at Ispin Green
Oh, yeah.
shoots. So that's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a pretty big
There
fucking
could have been
audience,
people
right?
from out of town too.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
actually
it's
a bigger
huge.
audience than I realized at the time, and so like that was a pretty crucial moment, I think, for us too, because this
Yeah.
is this is us, even though Aethelflood is not technically a knight, this is what Callisto believes knights should be, right?
Mm.
Yeah, and then we got the mayor to like essentially go with our plan after making this announcement. Yeah, I agree with Hunter to piggyback too. Like after feeling morose and having this inspiration, like it's totally believable that they can like. I think she does believe that they can change the future. Like,
Okay. What about you, Tarlin?
You're muted.
Eddie, perhaps muted. Jesse's muted.
I knew that.
But he can hear us, though. Oh, perfect.
You may need to drop the chat and jump back in if you can hear us.
I'm worried he's role-playing right now. He just doesn't know.
He's like deep in it.
Do you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry about that. No, I had unplugged my headphones for a second.
Oh, good.
Reading my headset. Sorry about that. But no.
Here's a moment I was worried you were role-playing at the time. I was like, oh
God, yeah, right. Just
hold on to it.
No, I started, but it didn't finish. No, that's what she said. No, God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. Been watching The Office recently, and yeah. Anyway, no, for Tarlin, honestly, the service itself would have been kind of as sad as it sounds, kind of another in like a long line of things he'd done for many people. But for him, it was the responsibility of these people are going to save you, and it's like, wait, what?
that's interesting.
It's this a big weight of responsibility for the is what Tarlin feels, is that we're supposed to protect all these people, and like Tarlin feels like he's just a scholar, and yeah, he knows how to do all these things, but he doesn't feel like a hero. No. He's a nerd.
That's true, though. Tarlin may not have necessarily signed up for this sort of role, whereas Aethelflood and Callisto, both attempted to become knights.
They charmed their way into it. But you also have to realize that anything you guys do, you're better off with Tarlin. So I would assume your characters would be thinking about that too. Like, we gotta keep this motherfucker around.
Yeah, 100%.
This reluctant, humble god.
This guy made me breathe fire.
Okay.
Or poison, I think it was.
Yeah, I think last session was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot. There was a lot of character development, and it really was you guys steering the ship. Like, that could have gone 1,000 different ways, and good rolls last week too. So it was a good one all around. But anywho, so Jesse, were you able to roll a stealth check?
Man, I'm here working on it, but I'm still trying. I was able to find that that page with all that stuff last time I was on here, but I don't see it today. So if you just want to go ahead and roll me or tell me real quickly how to get there, I'm just poking around trying to find my way around.
Are you on the app or the website? Like on
No,
the
the web.
browser?
I'm on the web page on my work computer right now.
Oh.
Oh, so to the right, do you see a
Yeah.
panel
Yeah.
with stuff? So third from the left, you're gonna see a journal. Click your journal.
Let me double check.
It's at the top of that panel.
Yeah.
On the...
Yeah. There's the. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So this. Let's.
Then you should see your character. You
Oh,
created a
hold on.
character.
There. Okay. That's what it is. I go to character. Yeah. Yeah. This looks right. Okay. Good deal. And now.
Okay. And then you just find stealth and you click stealth. There'll be like a little interactive button underneath it.
Let's see. I see. Stealth, dexterity. That's looks like a different thing.
So were you able to find it? Ooh,
Yes.
okay. So yeah.
Was that it?
So
Okay, thank
Oh
you.
yeah,
it was a great roll.
that was.
So we're kind of ping-ponging back and forth, but we're having fun with it. Come on. So in the last session, Tarlin, just to finish off the recap and get caught up. So the last session, Calixto, you decided to stay behind and protect the city, and help them fortify and everything. Whereas Tarlin, you and Aethelflid are heading to the crime scene where you're speculating that there was some sort of poison. And you have your theory, Tarlin. As you're discussing this, you see some familiar faces. Tarlin, how do you feel seeing the familiar three knights that had accosted you previously?
I mean, honestly, I don't feel any particular ill will towards them for it because I get they're trying to do what their job. They're trying to get to the bottom of this, and a part of me gets it, but at the same time, like, that sucked. This guy's face here. Whoa.
This is interesting. I like these close-ups of these characters.
Mm-hmm.
I pumped it into next gen or runway Gen 2 by runway.
I like that sequence of I like the cinematography of like seeing each of them just now and then going back to them.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, it's kind of a cheap method, but
No, it's great. I actually really like that. Okay, so what is happening right now exactly? Jesse's sneaking.
Jesse is sneaking. We have Tarlin and Aethelflid, who failed a perception check, didn't see them approaching. And then they kind of announced themselves. And give me one sec.
We're here.
Alright, here we go. Yeah, so the older man, let's say they're kind of confused. It's kind of standing on the edge right there as you guys are crossing around this bend. There are definitely trees in the vicinity, although they're not exceedingly close by. But there are little patches of bundled trees, produce a little bit of shade. It is a warm afternoon as you approach the crime scene, and then you both look up, and you can see, announcing themselves, are those three knights from before. The gruff gentleman, his hair is kind of a mixture of, looks like icicles and coal. He's got little streaks of gray here and there. You've got the other gentleman who is still very much imposing. This is the guy that Tarlin made run away. He's holding his ginormous greatsword. To his side is a beautiful woman, but she has an air about her that looks kind of like a mean teacher, just kind of stern, gruff. She doesn't say anything. The older gentleman kind of waves you guys over and says, "Hey,
Stairs.
Ah,
Looks
yes.
over at
And-
Tarlin.
I just kind of regards them. Ah, yes, the knights from last night. How are you doing? He kind of looks at the big one. Are your legs tired, sir?
they begin approaching you guys.
Ethelflaed's gonna be
You
on
ask if
Tarlin.
his legs are tired.
Yes.
From all the running from that fear spell.
From all the running that he did.
He kind of growls. Meanwhile, the older gentleman puts his hand up directly in front of the spiky-haired guy's chest, silencing him. And he says, "We're not here for any trouble.
That's hard to believe. Seeing as what she did to my friend earlier.
Arlen just
Well,
kind of gestures.
You have to
open hand.
understand, we are knights."
Lights
Sorry,
are
what
supposed to be saving people, not hurting them. She's totally just like trying to start shit with them, kind of.
Yeah.
She don't want to play nice. She might listen, but
They're kind of creeping towards you.
Yep.
But they're standing, they kind of come to a halt at a reasonable distance. They're not trying to be too imposing.
So, what brings you out here?
We are on our way to the crime scene. We were hoping to investigate and uncover more clues. We've interrogated Gregoris, the ogre, who was once under the employ of Cudgel Iron Smile, and he gave us no clues. He knows nothing. So we wanted to go investigate the crime scene, and I will say one thing. I do apologize for our demeanor previously. We are Solamnic Knights on the road here for the Kingfisher Festival. We had hoped to send away our friend Isbin Greenshield, and I apologize. I think we may have come across a little stern, but you have to understand. Well, you saw Becklin. I had to do something, and I did the best that I could. And of course, my loyal comrades here, they only wish to help.
Can I make an insight check? Yeah, I was gonna ask and not just roll one, but yeah,
I just want to know if he's being genuine. That's all. with
yeah,
that
that's
14.
kind of my thing too. I'm like, is he being like sincere? Does it seem like he's being sincere? If he is, then. Well, I was about to say with my role, I probably think he's being sincere. So.
Is he? Maybe.
He might have. Oh well, I see. He may have DC'd out of Roll20.
I don't know. I don't trust him.
Me?
All right.
They might see stuff that we miss, but I'm pretty sure we're smarter than them. But maybe they're more experienced, so maybe they're better at survival or something.
Oh. Random dad joke, but there was a missed opportunity at calling the cover band.
D100.
D100.
Won't explain why.
Okay. Roll 1D100. 10.
You both rolled an check to determine whether.
He was being sincere.
No, I had to roll.
Oh, okay.
I had to roll.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were asking one of us to roll a D100. My bad.
Oh, no. You're. Well, you thought I had DC, and I was like, I had 100. So definitely, and you're still going to be a little suspicious, right?
Yeah.
But he makes a good point. You know, he had been in the presence of Becklin. There are these rumors of war. He had been informed of these draconian creatures. He felt, and maybe you can relate a little bit, but he felt a lot of pressure to protect this city and Becklin, and he could see how emotional she was. And he does seem to be sincere about Isman Green Shield and their friendship.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. I will accept that.
Funny. We were on our way to the crime scene as well.
Well, maybe we should check it out together.
By all means, I'd welcome the assistance. No, come along. Come, let's be on our way. And I go ahead and start to walk past. I'll approach and yeah, basically walk past, like heading towards the crime scene. Since we
Okay,
were
so
all
you guys are going to
directed
the
there.
crime scene.
Yes.
Jesse, are you going to follow them?
Yep. Yeah, still following.
Real quick,
Okay,
are you
still
guys going
at arm's length?
to Cudgel's camp to investigate the crime scene? Or are y'all
Yes.
coming from Cudgel's camp?
We're going to we're going to the camp, the where the group was camped. Yeah, the mercenary encampment.
So is that not where y'all were last session?
Oh, we hadn't gone there yet.
They were on this very map, although I did enlarge it ever so slightly.
Oh, okay. I thought when y'all were talking, when y'all were like looking for clues and stuff last session, y'all were like actually there at the camp.
No, we hadn't gone over there yet. We were making our way over.
We were trying to figure out how the poison, if it was poison, and like how that worked. I think.
Yeah,
Got you. Okay.
that was a lot of speculation. I think.
So you guys are heading to the crime scene.
But I think we guessed right. So
Jesse, you're hidden right now, so you could reveal yourself at any moment, or you can stay sneaking with a 22 stealth. We'll just say it keeps on keeping on.
it's like Shia LaBeouf.
Calixto, is there anything you would like to be doing in the city right now?
Yes, actually there is. What I will be doing
Okay.
is I want to see if anyone has heard word or received like messenger ravens or pigeons or anything from like any of the towns nearby recently.
Ooh, okay.
Just to see if like anything.
So run that by me one more time.
So basically,
So you're trying to check
yes, I'm trying to see if anyone
to see if maybe the rumors. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just trying to check and see if anyone's heard from any of the recent towns lately, or if anyone's like, oh, you know what? Now that you mention it, I haven't seen anyone from that town in like a week or so, or anything like that.
Roll investigation. Or if you can think of something that's more applicable, that works. But okay, 14. So you hear a few things. The Kindermore has been set aflame. So there has been this talk of a disaster in Kindermore, right?
Mm-hmm.
You heard it from Parsalian, the head of the Conclave of High Sorcery,
Mm-hmm.
that something had befallen Kindermore, and it's come up once or twice. You now know what this of that was, or at least you can kind of gather based off of the intel that you've received. Um,
What was the source?
Whenever somebody had arrived to discuss it, so as someone had to Kindermore to saw that everything was burned. It had all been burned to the ground. Kindermore was completely destroyed, and it looked like a giant fire was the cause.
Okay. Okay.
Of an epic level proportion that you've never heard of before, like an entire city being wiped out by one fire.
And that Parcelian guy seemed to think that Jeshi knew a thing or two about it.
You seem to, yeah.
But Jesse didn't really want to talk about that. In fact, he seemed like pretty against talking about that. So everybody is aware at this point that Kindermore has been destroyed?
Yes, you would assume that there would be plenty of others that received word. Fogler's not a city, it's not the smallest either. It's not like a tiny little village. And it is a harbor town, so you suspect that perhaps there could be some people in the backwoods. Maybe you don't have an inkling yet, but word's getting around that Kindermore was set ablaze.
Okay. Is Kindermore close to where we are right now?
Let me look on my wall where my map is. No. No, it is exactly northeast. It would be several weeks of travel to get there.
Okay, okay. So is there any word of, like, nearby towns? Or cities?
Nothing that has been brought up. So, I haven't comment of any other cities involved in any conflicts, or having befallen natural disasters of any.
Okay.
But Kindermore is definitely on your radar. Everything else seems to be reasonable, but there are some occasional notes that come in, occasional letters, where people haven't seen acts of war but have heard, like, friend of a friend. So the rumors are there, the murmurs have started.
Okay.
About Kindermore. But you don't discern any additional information based on investigation.
Okay. Now, I personally don't think that Dragonborn killed those 50 people. Are there any mages, like, in the vicinity? Like, are there any local mages capable of killing
Not that
50
you've seen.
people? Okay. Well, then I guess I'll probably just make myself busy.
Can you ask about that?
Yes, actually I would. Are there any local, like, magic users that people know about around here?
So there is word, sort of merchant that was located by the, but is now gone. He promised to sell great power. Now, as far as little mages, just apothecaries, but who you talk to are discussing the possibility could town and that. everyone seems very distrustful of magic in general.
Mhm.
It's kind of, and it's definitely overhyped to some degree. So the locals are distrustful of magic in general. So they would be of the belief that it could certainly be a mage who might have been behind this.
Okay. So you're cutting out a good deal. But from what I gather, there was a merchant. There's no longer a magic merchant. And there are, like, local, like, low-level magic users, perhaps. And the people are distrusting of magic. Is that about right? Okay.
Am I still breaking up?
Is anyone else having a hard time?
Am I still breaking up?
At the moment, I heard you
Yeah.
say those two things.
It's hard for me. It was a lot of like, bleh, like a blurred sound, but
Mm-hmm. It's like stretching you out.
Okay, let's try this again. At the time to do their survey, they were like, "How was your call?" And I was like, "Not good." They were like, "Why?" And I was like, "Cut it in and out." Anyways, are you guys able to hear me now?
Yes, yes, much better.
Me.
Discord does that sometimes. Okay, thanks for the heads up. If it does it again, just let me know. But yes, all of those things were accurate. You were able to glean enough. So,
Okay.
but yeah, that would be the word on the street. Now, I'll say it's about an hour's trek to get to the camp. The party left 15 minutes into their encounter with the 3 Swarming Knights, and it would be another 45 minutes for them to get to that point. So you've been kind of talking to the locals, gaining this information. Would you say that's roughly an hour's worth of time?
It probably wouldn't take me too long to be like, hey, are there any local magic users? The only other thing I would want to do is maybe talk to, like, the captain of the guard to figure out what the plans are with the guardsmen over the next few days.
I like that. Okay. So, you do catch wind of him being located at the docks. Would you like to go travel to the docks and interact with him?
I would. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to hold up everybody too much, so we can always bounce back to that.
Okay, that's perfect. So in that case, make sure this is the right map. It is the right map. Excellent. Put you guys there. Okay. So what you guys find as you approach this camp is that it's been ransacked. Harlan, this stands out to you very immediately because you saw the people who interacted with the bodies had a great reverence, and you don't believe it was fake. You think they genuinely cared about the people and they wanted to help. So you believe instantly that the townsfolk probably wouldn't be responsible for this. You don't even need an inside roll for that. That's just, he's been interacting with these people a lot. And you know that it was the townsfolk who had to carry the bodies because the mercenaries couldn't carry themselves. You haven't done like a thorough investigation, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that everything's pretty fucked up, But it does also strike you that one of the tents, or several tents actually, look like they were ripped by claws.
is there like, so there's no like hints of like
giant
dust or
claws.
like acid or rust or like, yeah, are there like,
Investigation.
These are some big claw marks, right? This is, or should I? Let me make, I guess, an investigation check to determine that.
I mean,
Would you like? I mean,
nice. Oh,
here I can. Jesus.
Okay. Okay, so as you're kind of milling around, put them out there somewhere. Oh, no, we're trying to damn weird.
It was the dragons.
I'm trying to find the tokens for the homies. That's okay, I don't want to hold this up. This is for... Okay. So, Aethelflid, you're looking specifically at the material more than anything, correct? Like you're looking for rust. You're looking to find
Yeah, like
what
sediment,
else exactly?
mildew, something just like evidence of like something going off that would cause like a dust storm or like a pollination or something of the sort like that.
Okay. You don't per se, but what you would find is an unusual smell. And Harlan, you smell it as well with that investigation check. And it seems to be coming from a barrel that has been broken. And you can see the contents lying outside of it. So as you're looking around, you get a hint of something in the air. You're kind of like, looking at the dirt, examining the claw marks, and you notice this barrel that has been ruptured, clearly broken on purpose. And you smell something odd.
Check it out.
Could I make I guess an Arcana or a Medicine check?
Those are, yeah, I mean, you could do either one.
Okay.
You're looking specifically for magic,
Yeah,
and then
I'm.
you're
Yeah,
examining
yeah.
this. You're both basically examining it a little
Oof.
differently.
Ugh.
Okay.
Yeah, darn.
So, Aethelflid, you're kind of rummaging through, perhaps? How exactly are you investigating?
Well, first off, I would have gloves on, and then I guess I'm just trying to open it and pull it apart, just inspect and see what's inside. Maybe like use a tool that I have, like pull out a wrench or like like the little metal tongs you use to grab shit out of the fire. Like pull that out and like grab one of the barrel by the side and like knock it over.
Okay. So you can tell that the liquid is definitely where that odor is coming from. When you both look at it, you can see it almost looks like pollen of some sort. You can tell it's not, but it's of a greenish sort of algae kind of thing. It's not like heavily concentrated, but you can see enough particles in there that you can pretty much guess that the odd smell is coming from that. Does appear to be like an algae sort of substance.
Can I grab a few samples and put them in like vials?
Sure can.
Yeah, I want 3 if I may.
Sure. And Tarlin, that's the information you have as well.
Okay.
You don't believe it's of a magical nature.
Okay. Yeah. If that's the case, would I be able to make a subsequent medicine check to try and identify the substance? See if it's like a poison or something.
You're ruling out the possibilities. Of course.
Could I also try to figure out what it is?
You may.
Ooh, that's a nat 20.
What's the roll?
Okay. You could roll medicine if you'd like.
nature. That would be applicable if it's
I
like
know
an
I'm
elf,
trying to fucking. Where is my nature? Jesus. Right underneath.
right?
Ooh, could I roll nature? Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay, that's a little better for me. Which still didn't help, but you know, I'm just in awe at
We'll say
whatever the
that
fuck that
you.
smell is.
So two ends of the spectrum here. Okay, so one of you critted, and one of you critted. Um, so Aethelflid, you don't gain any additional knowledge. There are no penalties, but you don't glean any additional information. Now, Tarlin, originally you did not think this was of any kind of magical origin. However, as you examine it further, thinking more biologically, what you're able to figure out is that there was some sort of magical substance that was put in this keg. That
Yeah.
magical substance grows into an algae, and when consumed, it will course through the bloodstream, congeal, and very quickly kill the host.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm going to share that with Aethelfled about this.
Oh,
It seems all someone spiked the keg.
fuck off. Seriously. Well, oh wait, and that's what affected all those people? The keg?
Well, I was supposed to say I would have treated most of them, and that was the universe. They all had this very similar appearance to them with their veins and everything
Is
bulging
there
out.
like a name on the keg or like a distillery name or something like or papers? Do we know? Or I guess it would be papers. Shit, yeah, that'd make your next question. Yeah, like where'd this keg come from? Like who brought it?
There's nothing that identifies it specifically.
Like a name.
Yeah, you can tell at least. Now, there is something else that occurs to you, and there is a portion of that barrel that's missing that isn't necessarily just pulverized, but is gone.
Yeah, so that could have the mark of whoever did that, and it seems that he kind of Tarlin indicates the claw marks next, like above the tent, next to this keg, and it's like it seems someone may have covered up what was done here.
Who?
And looking at the claw marks,
Well, probably the dragon people, but
I mean, those are really. So think about those are three claw or what? Yeah, three claws, and that's about half the width of a keg. Is how far apart those claw marks are. If those are actual claw marks, so that's a huge paw that those
yeah, it's gonna
claws
be
are on.
bad.
I'm
Hmm.
thinking. I mean, okay.
Is there like a trail of ooze anywhere? Like maybe it slipped out when they were like taking it away or something?
You haven't seen anything that would suggest it so far.
Um,
Hmm.
and I do a survival check in the area. I want to see if there's any like large prints.
Also, what are these useless knights doing?
They're surveying. They're just kind of looking around.
Okay.
15. That's all right.
You
I'll
guys
take
can
it.
get left to for a moment. Survival.
Hmm.
Okay, that's a good
Yes.
one. Aethelflid, would you like to help to give advantage, or perhaps roll a survival check of your own?
For sure, I will help. Survival. Bloop.
A mighty 19.
Okay. So, you are able to find a couple of things.
Okay.
First, you do find just a couple of heavy booted footprints leading into the woods, going away from the city. So there's not a proper trail, and it would be a little more difficult to move through it. But you could make that attempt if you'd like. Additionally, Aethelflip, while Tarlin has found these tracks, you have found a small letter. It's currently in an envelope.
Well, I'm definitely gonna pluck that and open it and read it.
Okay. So, what you have in your hand is a letter commissioning the delivery of this barrel. One of the barrels. It could be any of the barrels, but you suspect it's the barrel. And it says from the mayor.
It's from the mayor.
It's a commission signed by Mayor Raven Vogler, commissioning a barrel or two of ale.
From who?
Yeah, exactly. From who?
It was
Who's it addressed to, I
signed
guess?
by Mayor Raven. So it was Mayor Raven commissioning that this be delivered. It was like official papers
Yeah.
saying that.
And have like a fuck.
So but that does it give the origin of the kegs or of the barrel?
Like where
correct.
she was writing to, like requesting it from, you know?
No, what's the origin of the keg? If that's in the paperwork. Or I'm sorry, I can't be asking this. You found it. I'm sorry. That's my bad. I'm so sorry.
It's
Ugh.
all right. Just you.
And basically, this letter,
That,
the letter is commissioning this ale as a thank you,
Yeah.
just for them participating in the Kingfisher Festival, for maybe helping out with some of the fair festivities. But it was basically just a general thanks, commissioning the delivery of some ale.
Okay.
no name of the participant or anything.
It just says that it's commissioned by Mayor Raven.
All right, I'll still tuck it.
Yeah, I was about to say that means we got something to ask the mayor about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I guess we should probably go back and
Okay.
get Calixto.
Yeah. Call out to the knights. Have you
So-
found anything?
Oh, nothing but a headache. Have you guys found anything?
I'm not gonna
Quite a
say
few.
anything.
A couple. I said I believe I may have found what killed these men. And I kind of motioned them over to this barrel.
So you're showing him this broken
Yeah,
barrel?
the broken barrel and the substance inside, and I kind of tell him what I've discovered about what I know about the substance. This algae, and I'd be like, clearly,
What
this
do you
is
think
what
happened?
I think someone poisoned all of these men by spiking this keg with this substance.
What kind of substance?
You
It's
should watch your tone when speaking to him. Ethelfled still doesn't like them, so.
Apologize.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
he
Please.
Tarlin is just kind of no, it's quite all right, friend. He kind of starts to go into a bit of a scholarly he tells him exactly everything he knows about what this substance is, what it's magical in nature, what it does, the effects, and how all of the bodies that he treated to prepare for their funeral all bore the signs of this poisoning, of the effects of this.
Could both of you roll
You
an
did tell
insight
me
check?
that everyone I treat. Yeah.
Yeah, I think on the inside, Ethelflaed is just kind of like, this guy is so trusting because I would not have told him any of that shit. I would have mentioned the barrel just because you can smell it, but can't really hide that. But I would not have told him my theory. I would have been like, I found this barrel and it has stuff in it.
Decent insight check.
18.
Only barrel.
Who's that guy? Oh wait, that's the.
Oh, that's one of the knights. Should we place our tokens on the board?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I finally found them. Took forever to find those tokens.
Radio silence. Wow. Okay.
I know. So,
Oh, yeah.
oh, there's one. Okay. So this is happening. Actually, let's go back to his current notes on the dog. So Calixto, you see a man from the distance that's been pointed out to you as the head of the guard. His name is Valentina. And he's staring off in the distance, watching the ashy remains of some of the rafts and the boats that have been sent out, holding the cadavers of these mercenaries that had been murdered under his watch. You can tell that he's very emotional right now. He's just kind of peering off in the distance.
Okay. Well, he's like mourning right now.
You would suspect that he would have a lot of heavy thoughts at the moment.
Okay. Well, then what
He
I
is
will
the
do
town.
is I will sort of approach him and then sort of watch the funeral boats for just a few minutes with him, and then like introduce myself. But I'll definitely give him like a minute to gather his thoughts. as he's watching all these boats sail off.
It occurs to you as you approach that he could probably hear your footsteps,
Mm-hmm.
and he does turn to face you. And you can just kind of look in his eyes and tell that he's a little lost in thought at the moment, but he does regard you kindly.
It's a grim sight. My condolences.
How can I help?
And I say,
Yeah, it fell under my watch.
You're the captain of the guard, I hear.
I, I am.
Hmm.
Valentina Sorvis.
Valentina. I'm Callisto. And I introduce
Nice to meet you. He shakes your hand, or at least extends a hand to shake.
Okay, yeah, I definitely shake his hand. With
Okay.
given, the losses that have happened so close to this festival, may I ask, what is the plan for the town guard over the next few days? We definitely see that, the schedule has been changed in light of all this.
Well, I can tell you this. If these rumors are true, I don't think there's anything our town guard can do. I say we evacuate. We can get to Kalaman. I think maybe they would take us in as refugees.
That might be safer. Well, depending. We still don't know what's out there. It could be dangerous on the road, too.
I think we're sitting ducks. Everyone's heard about Kendermore by now. I can't help but feel that these stories of these dragon creatures think it's connected with what happened in Kendermore.
Do you know anything about what happened in Kindermore? I've been hearing about this lately. Some sort of fire?
Nothing but ash, char, and cinders.
A shame. The Kinder aren't so bad. Even if they are, well, a bit rambunctious.
You sound like somebody who's never been a city guard before. Trust me, I've got stories.
So, real quick, did he tell me what the plans were with the city guard? What did he say they're doing exactly?
He says he doesn't think anything they do will help.
Okay.
He doesn't really have a plan. You get the idea that his plan is one of evacuation, and the fact that he's the town guard and he wants to evacuate, and nobody's even mentioned this, leads you to believe that perhaps that idea has been shot down already. Just from the fact that you would think he would have some pull. And it does occur to you that this desperation may come from a place of defeat after he's made these statements.
Yeah, he just wants to run away.
Yeah, have you spoken with Becklin?
Well, I've spoken with Becklin, all right. She has the mayor's ear.
And Becklin is opposed to evacuation?
She wants to find the murderers who took out Cudgel Iron Smiles mercenaries. I think it's a lost cause, and we're just beating a hornet's nest.
Well, my companions and I are lending ourselves to the defense of the city in the coming days, especially given this recent crisis. And I think it might be worth introducing them to you as well. Is there anywhere where I might be able to find you, where we can meet up and discuss, what to do about the city? I would like to maybe have a meeting with Becklin as well, to bring everyone together.
I think something like that could be arranged. Maybe she'll meet us at the Brass Crab later tonight. I'll see if she's around. Maybe you can talk some sense into her.
The Brass Crab. Okay. Yes, then my companions and I will make efforts to meet you there. Okay, then I'll, peace. Be like, I'll leave you to your morning.
So, Calixto. Oh my god. Too many maps. Okay. Good lord. So, Calixto, do you have a particular destination in mind? Or are you just kind of walking through the city at the moment?
Well, I guess those things together might have been... How much time did I need to kill?
Well, it would be an hour to be concurrent with where the party is at the moment.
Okay, so between, learning some things about outside cities and then finding this person and talking to them, I would say that's probably about an hour.
Okay. So as you're walking away,
Oh no.
widespread screen. Okay. So while this is happening,
Oh shit.
Aethelflid, Tarlin, you are currently hanging out with these three Solomonic knights. Jesse, you are, I would assume, pretty close by, eavesdropping to some degree, perhaps. Jesse. Okay.
Yep, sounds like to me.
So we'll say they kind of approach the center right here. They're just kind of chit-chatting with you guys. Well, what do you think we should do?
I think we need to get back to the town. Report this. We need to figure out where this came from.
I think we've discovered everything
Did
we
you
can.
find anything else?
I didn't.
Nope.
Is that true?
That's true.
Is that true? So you told them about the tracks and the left.
No.
Oh,
I mean, I'll call
I
Tyler.
honestly forgot about the tracks. I mean, I would have. I spaced on the track. My bad. No, I probably would have mentioned that I had seen
We
some.
can retcon it, but if you guys
Yes.
are telling something untrue,
Yes, I will. I
I'd like
will.
for you to go through deception, please.
Yes, I will say that I did say did mention the tracks, but that's.
You said roll
You did
deception?
mention the tracks?
I will. I would have mentioned the tracks to these guys as well as what I found in the barrel. I did
So
not
you
mention
told
it,
them
but
about
I
the
would
tracks.
have. Yes.
So we didn't RP it, but we're saying that you did reveal these revelations.
I basically would, as part of this, I would have said, yeah, now that we're like, yes, anything else, I was like, well, I did find these tracks leading away from here, these boot prints, but that's this is what I found here.
Where do you think those boot tracks go to?
At this point, I'm unsure, but I feel we should at least report what we found here to Becklin. Becklin would definitely need to know about this.
Well, it does occur to me that she's under a lot of pressure right now. Maybe you should tell the town guard instead.
Right. You think? Yeah. Perlin thinks about it for a moment. It's like, I don't see why that wouldn't be okay. Why we shouldn't tell them as well?
Well,
We should
maybe.
most likely also let Cudgel know as well.
Well, she's under a lot of pressure. And, now that I think about it, so is the town guard. Maybe we can't trust any of them. Perhaps maybe they're all in it together. Maybe we should just do this investigation independently.
Tarlin kind of chuckles a bit and says, "That will be a bit difficult considering we've essentially been named protectors of this town. We're going to need to maintain a bit of visibility. So, unfortunately, I feel we should go ahead and let those back in the town know what we found."
I couldn't agree more. I tell you what, we'll go investigate those tracks. The two of you head back to town and let them know what you found here.
Right. That Tarlin nods very, very well. Thank you, thank you for your cooperation. I do, and he looks at the big guy and he says, "I do apologize for my comment earlier," and he offers a hand to him and as to like a peace offering, just trying to smooth things out with these guys.
Okay. So, could
Leaving.
both of you roll a quick
A quick what?
insight?
Yes.
Also, Ethelfled still doesn't trust them, so she's gonna get
Ooh.
hold on. She's gonna get Faraday out and essentially attach a little gemstone that has a camera. Imagine a recorder camera, if you will, and attach it to his chest, and it's just gonna make him follow them if I can. I don't know if that's allowed. If that is allowed, I want him to follow them and just watch them.
Do you have a camcorder?
Let me look at some trinkets. But I rolled a 17.
For insight.
Okay. So, you do... Tarlin, you're oblivious to it.
Yeah.
It's very, very subtle. But you do notice the three of them kind of exchanging glances as if communicating silently. And then they begin to walk towards those tracks that you guys found. there anything else you guys want to do while they're here as they're walking away, or would you like to head back to the
I
city?
I want to start to head back to the city.
Same for you, Aethelflid?
Yeah, I'm trying to
Okay.
find my freaking things, but yeah. Because I do agree, we should tell Calixto
So-
what's going on.
Agreed. So, Jesse, your friends are walking away towards the city. There are these three people, and Aethelflid. Could we be a little more specific about what you did? So you've got a camcorder on your robot?
Yeah, hold on, I'm trying to, there's something that, like, with magical tinkering, like, I can use tools to, like, make non-magical objects get, like, magical properties. And, like, there's one that, like, lets me project, like, an image. So I'm just, like, trying to do the opposite. Like, just record images in front of me. So I
You
mean,
gotta
like, I don't
even
have
roll
that
for
tool,
that,
but
right?
I'll roll, like, some checks if you want to, like, kind of, like, alter it or, like, craft this real quick. But, yeah, I just want to essentially, like, create this thing that, like, sucks in, like, what's in front of it and sees its image and, like, kind of, like, record data like a hologram or something so that I can see what they're up to because I don't trust them. And he can't really communicate, the machine can't communicate. So it's like, this is the best I can do. That or just attach like a bug mic to it and like audio record everything. If that's better, I'll do that. If that's more feasible. But so I can hear, but I'd rather see what they're doing.
Ooh. I like this. Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather see what they're doing, but if I can't, I will settle for audio.
The chosen property lasts indefinitely. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. So I need a couple of things.
Cool.
Can you give me... Let's start with stealth.
Okay.
And this will apply to both your machinations and the stealth of your steel defender. And if your steel defender...
Yeah, because even if they
remember.
see him, I don't care, I guess. But there's my stealth roll, which is an 8. Fantastic.
We'll say it's such a cool idea, you get advantage. Why not? So, you are sneaky enough to pull this off. But could I get either... Ooh. Would you be better off with just a flat intelligence roll with your proficiency bonus? Can we do that? Or would you be better off with dex?
Intelligence
Like, which one's higher for
for
you?
sure.
Yeah, just roll intelligence and add your proficiency bonus to it.
Okay, 1 sec.
And there's nothing that would make it necessarily fail, but I just want to see if it's maybe extra effective. Yeah, because this doesn't even need a roll.
18.
This is so cool. Nice. Okay. So Steel Defender is now equipped with you want to do like a walkie-talkie basically?
Again,
Not necessarily the talkie. You so like it's like you want to be able to hear what the Steel Defender hears, correct?
yeah, I think it would be better to see what he sees, because then we could see what they're up to, but I don't know if that would, like, if that would be allowed. Because I know, like, having a recorded message, like like, just a recorder, like you talking to. Like, I feel like that would definitely be easy to make and, like, stick in there.
Let me look at a spell list real fast and I can...
It does say the recording can be no more than 6 seconds long. But But we'll say that if the Steel Defender records it and you don't have access to it in real time, I can give you 10 minutes. You won't know what the Steel Defender knows until the Steel Defender catches back up with you. But I'll give you 10 minutes instead of 6 seconds.
That's pretty good.
That sounds agreeable for sure.
Right.
We're both making concessions.
Yeah.
So-
Walkie-talkie sounds good too, but I think having the recorded data as proof would be better. So
I like it. Okay. So the Steel Defender sneaks behind them and is recording everything that's going on. Oh, I love that. Okay, okay.
Attach a battery to it and make a few twists and turns here and tape 4 together.
So, y'all are making your way down the road. These guys are no longer in sight. And you're about, let's say since you were concurrent just a moment ago, I would maybe cheat a little bit. And you guys are 20 minutes away from town. So you're reasonably close.
As we're walking back, I will let Tarlin. I mean, I'm sure he saw Faraday just kind of sneaking off, but I'll let him know what the plan is, what I'm up to.
Yeah. No, I don't trust them. I just did not want to be around them anymore. I just.
She pats him on the back. There, buddy.
No, for.
I would like for both of you. Sorry to interrupt. I would like for both of you to roll perception with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Ah.
We're busy bonding. Seven.
Disadvantage. 14.
I know.
Those
Okay.
juicy
You were
20s.
saying? Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but I needed to do that real quick.
Oh, you're fine.
But by all means, continue.
Damn it. Okay. Well, it's there was something about them just give me. He gets a wry smile. He's like, as someone that spends his time around the dead, those folks give me the heebie-jeebies.
Ethelflint's shivers. Can't even imagine. Not much like the way he talks to you. Not one bit. She will pat him on the back again and I don't know, carry on. She's just kind of grinning, thinking about being recorded.
Yeah, let's keep heading back to town and just those
Can't wait
knights
to see what we hear.
they have a habit of showing up at the worst times.
Yeah, what was with that glance? They're totally up to something.
Yeah.
But
No,
So as you're walking,
okay.
as you're walking, you hear a loud pop, and directly in front of you is a blue streak of lightning that erupts from the forest in front of you.
the fuck?
Hey.
Directly in front of you, coming specifically from the tree,
Yeah.
and you look to your right, and you can easily determine, without the shadow of a doubt, the source of that lightning bolt. Emerging from the trees is a blue creature with massive claws. He looks like the Draconians that you fought previously, but there's something about him that seems more dangerous and more primitive, more ancient. He's crackling with lightning, and he roars at you.
Holy fucking goat
And
fucker.
might be a good time to take a quick break.
Yeah. Is
Okay. So where we last left off, there is a big streak of lightning that crosses your path. It doesn't touch you, which seems odd, just right out of the box. You do look over, and what had previously been a transparent space is now occupied by a blue, scaly, monstrous creature crackling with lightning. He is wearing what looked to be a combination of robes and also sneaky armor. He snarls at you, and then you can tell he's about to engage you in some variation of combat. Jesse, you are approaching the party. If you could move your token, that would be helpful. I would also like for you to roll initiative. You can do that by opening your character sheet. You should see something that says initiative, and then you click the button for that.
I was trying to do both those things, and I didn't figure out how to do either. I didn't see initiative on the normal rolling stuff, but maybe I just wasn't looking in the right place.
It's at the very top of your character sheet in the center.
I see it. That one I did. And I don't know where my token lives.
Where's my...
There we go. Okay. Okay. So I will say, unfortunately, this is, in essence, a surprise round.
okay.
But he doesn't do anything during a surprise round. He just kind of stares at you menacingly. Jesse, your first act. And it does occur to both of you that this guy could have really wrecked your shit if he had
Yeah.
really wanted
Yeah.
to.
Well, first of all, this token thing, where am I standing at? Where am I supposed to be standing at? And how would we know?
Well, where would you be standing? Where would you want to be standing? This all happened pretty abruptly.
Yeah, so I was back and clear and probably somewhat behind where the other two were, but paying close attention, would have noticed the dragon dude at about the same time. Maybe
you would have. You would have seen the lightning strike across the road there, and you would see this blue, scaly creature just materialize.
So I think I'm quickly knocking an arrow and aiming, and assessing the situation, I guess. I would have initially thought maybe just attacking is the way to go, but yeah, given the fact that he could have just come out and hammered on us and didn't, that gives me a small sense of pause.
Okay. Is there something you would like to do? You are pretty far away, so you could advance closer. You could also maybe fire an arrow. You're about 55 feet away, and you have, I think, 30 feet of movement speed. You are a Kinder, so maybe not. Let me look. But if you would like to try a ranged attack, you're welcome to do that. That would probably be your best right now.
Well, my main curiosity is if he was just going to fuck us up, he could have. So, I mean, I guess I don't really doubt that we're fighting him. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay. So the way you would do that is underneath initiative, you would see hit points, then you'd see temporary hit points, and if you go down just a box or two beneath that, you'll see. Oh, actually, you don't have. Okay, so the same modifier. So roll a short sword, and it would count the exact same. Oh, actually, you have a short. Yeah, so you have short bow underneath short sword. So you.
I have short bow, yeah. So I'm rolling.
Yeah, you can just click on the short sword.
What's that now?
You can just click on short bow and you're good.
I did, but it just here, maybe I'm not clicking the right thing.
Do you see where it says short bow?
Yeah, I do, and I'm clicking on it, and it's just like I can call it something else. It's just giving me a text bar.
Huh.
Now it says just short.
Okay. Well, I went ahead and rolled for you.
I'm gonna call it a short bowl now.
So Perfect. So that's 8 piercing damage.
Perfect.
Nobody is within 5 feet of it, and you definitely don't have advantage. So you deal 8 piercing damage to this creature.
Well, good.
Okay. Next up would be, well, is there anything else you want to do? You could actually move if you'd like.
Yeah, I want to go ahead and advance it as well.
Is that a sneak attack?
No, that's just as Reggie.
Well, if the dragon was unaware of him, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I thought he was hiding, but it didn't matter.
Yeah, that's what I said.
The dragon wasn't responding to me technically. The dragon was responding to the rest of the party, and I did, come out
Blasting.
I'll give you that.
Yep.
Took him by surprise.
That works for me. So then
Surprise the surpriser.
you would open your character sheet back up.
Yep.
And we'll see if you're able to do it. So you should see a button that says sneak attack, and you can just click that button, and it should roll that for you. There's also a checkbox next to it, so if you wanted to apply that to a particular attack that hasn't been rolled, you can just click the checkbox. But since we've already rolled, we'll just apply it. We'll say you have advantage.
Sneak attack. Let's see what this does.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but rogues can apply sneak attack to all ranged attacks, right? Whether you're hiding or not. Is that right, Eddie?
Not that I'm aware.
I feel like that's a thing.
Let me look real fast. Once per turn.
Not seeing how to make it roll. Is that it? There it goes.
Yeah, you just click it. There we go. Okay, so you got 10 sneak attack as well.
Holy shit.
Very good.
Whoa, wait a minute. What the fuck? Oh, damn. 2d6. That's crazy, dude. Damn, you did come up swinging.
Mm-hmm.
What specialization is he? Is he thief specialization? Or is that what he?
Oh, no, you're right. You're right. You have to have either advantage or someone has to be close to it.
Yeah.
I'm tripping.
I was about to say, I think the advantage might apply because of him being from stealth.
Hidden.
That's about it.
He's chilling back there. Yeah, no, it's very plausible. That works for me. Okay, anything else, Jesse? You
No,
wanted to
I'll
move,
advance.
correct?
I'll advance whatever I can this round, and I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Next up is going to be Aethelflid.
Well, this is not a good situation. She definitely is feeling a little naked because her companion is not here. But still. Let's see, how far away is he? I'm gonna, I think, test my luck maybe and try to attack him. I mean, does he look like he's gonna oh no, he's too strong. She's gonna say as my environmental to Tarlin, like, I think we should get the fuck out of here. And then, oh
Where
fuck,
would
I
we
could just
go?
jump out of here. Back to where we were going. Shit. I'm gonna move forward and stab him with my spear.
Okay. I'll roll it up.
But
Skibbity stabbity. Skibbity stabbity. Poke that body cavity.
yeah. Maybe I'll retreat. I'll move close enough to like stab him, I guess. Come on, thing. Why can't I? Oh, there I am.
Okay.
And then stab.
Okay. 20 certainly hits.
And then
Okay.
yeah, I guess. Wait, how far did we decide a spear was? Probably need to be closer than
It's
10
it's
feet,
it's
right?
unfortunately a 5-foot range, yeah.
Okay, well then, right before I stab him, I will move within. I'll move up to him and then stab him. And then, as a bonus action, I'll hit him with the butt end of my spear for another d4 bludgeoning. But let me roll the hit.
That certainly hits.
Four. Boom. Like run and slide, stab, then come around with the butt end. And that'll I think that will be it.
Okay.
So if I leave, he gets attacked.
You're next.
Let's see. I am going to cast where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Protection from good and evil on myself.
Okay.
And let's see, one certain type of creature. I guess. Swear to God, I bet they're just beasts. Or magical something or dragons.
Mutated dragons.
I know. I was gonna say aberration,
Oh my
but
god. I'm trying to start a fucking fire.
don't do that.
I
Don't do that.
had no intention, but
Um. Yeah. Let's go with protection from good and evil, aberration.
oh man.
Uh.
And that does what exactly? I'm thinking too hard on the BG3 version.
Oh. Oh God. Right. Yeah.
That's I mean, because they're very different across the board with a lot of different things. So it's hard to
Yeah.
keep them straight sometimes.
This one's pretty much
Basically, it's
Does that
it's
give-
basically creatures have disadvantage on attack roll against the target. Creatures of the type that I choose have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target, and target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Ooh, okay. That can be handy.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right.
Okay, anything else?
Let's see. Everything costs a stupid whole action. Um.
I might have saw Tasha's post. That sucks, Tosh.
Oh wait. Oh wait.
It's my dumb fault.
Never mind.
Mostly there.
I'm gonna do that, and then I mean, God, I'm gonna take a step up behind Aethelfled, or here, so I can step closer if I need to, and that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. So
This might be bad.
you
Yeah.
fired a very powerful arrow kind of out of the distance, Jesse. Your comrades didn't even know you were there. And suddenly this draconian just zaps some lightning from his fingertips across the road as a warning shot and then engages you.
Yeah.
Jesse out of nowhere saves the day. Boom.
Right.
Just arrow on the fly. Then Aethelflid runs up there and stabs this scaly, menacing creature. Thank God there's just one. And then Tarlin, you cast a very powerful protection spell. So you've provided a buff. That's when this creature, you can see out of the red of his mouth what appears to be a green sort of breath, almost like a cloud. And it extends in a 15-foot cone.
Mm-hmm.
I need Aethelflid and Tarlin. And maybe Jesse? Jesse's just on the perimeter. Okay.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
I need Aethelflid Tarlin to roll Constitution saving throws, please.
Is this a poison?
Uh-oh.
Because I have advantage on the Constitution saving throw if it's a poison.
You sure fucking do. Yes. So this is just gas. So I would say, and it does do poison damage. Yes, yeah. So you've got that going for you.
Let me see. I don't get any of my fun necrotic damage stuff
Is
until
Aethelflaed
later.
the
God.
belt of Dwarvenkind?
No, I got it when I talked to that first dwarf fellow, I think. Or no, maybe I ate something. I can't remember.
You critted on something, and it was just a thing that you ended up with.
Yeah, I kind of like got a skill.
Yeah.
Inherited a skill.
Yeah, like you had a cool moment and you critted. So I was just like, yeah, you get
Nice.
that for a while.
Damn.
Damn.
Okay. Okay. So Aethelflid, despite this newfound ability, you haven't quite mastered it or harnessed it yet. Despite having this newfound ability, as this gas hits you in the face, you can feel instantly your muscles tighten up. You're a little nauseous. You just feel significant drained at the moment. You currently have 1 level of exhaustion.
Oops.
You take 23 points of damage.
Ugh.
I have 1 HP, guys.
Okay. Yeah.
1 HP. Holy shit.
You can feel like you're surrounded by bodies and death and poison and all kinds of weird shit all the time. You're a master of the body in both life and in death. So while you are able to hold firm and kind of will this poison from overtaking you, you still receive 11 points of damage.
Okay.
So it's 23 damage and then 11 damage.
Yes.
Okay, well then
That's
I.
at half. Well, I
Go-
take 11.
Oh,
You don't go
okay,
down.
I was like,
I
I'm
take
down
11.
Okay, I was like, oh fuck,
No, I take 11. You take 23.
that sucks still.
I think it's safe for half is basically what it boils down to.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Jesse, you're up next.
I'm at 8.
Yo. All right, so I just avoided that cloud of poison,
Just narrowly.
just narrowly. Has it dissipated to the point that if I advance, I'm clear of it, or if I advance, I'm going to be?
I don't think it's a lingering cloud. I think it's just like a.
Yeah.
It's like a blah, real quick, and then it's gone.
That good
It's a
deal.
little
That
poof.
Yep, good deal. So, all right, coming in on the back of that, then. I think I'm continuing my advance, and I think I'm going short sword to try and whoop this guy.
Stabbies?
Stabby,
You
stabby.
can certainly move within that distance.
Whatever
And
the softest part of him is what I'm going for.
you would get your sneak attacks because Aethelflaed is in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
That is correct.
There we go. So let's see. Hold on.
Is it 1 short sword or 2?
I have a short sword and a dagger.
Okay. Well, yeah. So you can dual wield those.
So yeah,
The offhand.
yeah, I'm happy to do that if that seems advantageous. That sounds good. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
So you have to roll the attack first. So
I
roll
do the attack first.
yeah, roll the short sword
Yeah.
first, and then
That's a good
Then
sneak
do the
attack.
I
though.
turned on your
Right.
sneak for you, so you can just
Okay.
click short sword and it should apply. But we'll double check.
Gotcha. Yeah, I see what you got here. So okay, so short sword. What did I just do there? Don't know.
Okay, so you see where it says the word short sword?
Yeah.
Just click that.
Yeah, you roll the damage.
Oh, I see. I'm hitting the wrong button. Gotcha.
there you go.
There we go. So now underneath, you see where it says short sword? You can click that and it'll roll your damage.
Yeah, in the chat bar.
Oh, I see. Thank you, chat. Very helpful. Did that do it? That did
Know
it.
that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So that's already a whopping 12 points of damage.
And are we doing the dagger on with that?
Yeah,
Are
so for that one, he would only get the sneak attack as a reaction on the first attack, correct?
It could be either one. It's just it can only be once per turn.
Right.
That's right. They
Okay.
did change that.
So then you click on dagger. I
Oh, after
deactivated your sneak attack, so you can just click dagger.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That does
Okay.
not. He did do whopping 12 points of damage. In
I
theory,
know.
you could move away, but you would invoke an opportunity attack, which would be ill-advised. But you
Yeah.
certainly could. If
You
you'd
could
like to risk that
also
chance.
you could also Jesse, just to learn your character, use your bonus action to cunning action disengage.
Oh, I get you. So which
So
is like yeah.
that way you can get away safely.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems wise given the fact that he's been kicking ass and you guys are only partly in commission. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. I'd like to do that.
You can only move about 10
Well,
feet.
the only thing is you've already used your bonus to use your
See?
dagger attack.
The bonus was okay. That was the offhand.
Oh, okay.
So you use your
Okay,
offhand
good.
attack.
Then
But
I'm just
that's good food
I
for
don't mind
thought.
staying close quarters.
Yeah, if you still had a bonus, you'd be able to do that. But you could certainly do that next turn, and that was a great explanation, Eddie.
Yeah, thank
Thanks for giving him the alley oop.
Oh yeah, of course. Just want to help him learn, like, know what he can do, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, rogues are pretty straightforward, but they do have those little extra spicy things. It's not as bad as trying to do your first time. Ooh. So many options.
I know. Jeez.
Okay, well, Jesse, that's probably more or less what you're able to do at the moment. That's a great effort. 12 points of damage. Is there anything else you would like to try to do? You can maybe interact with your environment if you can think of something on the fly.
No, I'm good. Let's see what else happens.
All right. Faithful Foot, it's on you. Fuck him up.
Well, I'm going to die. But, so I don't really have bonus actions except for my spear. I didn't know if cantrips and first spells were bonus actions or not, because that will change what I do.
You know, I was thinking about this the other day. I don't know if we established that, but yes. That's how you guys play. Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Cool. In that case, I have a second question real quick. So I have the spell Snare, and usually you hide it first, and they have to make like an investigation roll to find it, and after that they have to make a dex saving throw or be ensnared. But I didn't know if maybe I could use the function in the moment to, like, I guess visually try to, like, essentially kind of hog time and just, like, set up this trap around him, like, real time, so it wouldn't be an investigation check because it's happening there. It would just be, like, a dex save or something.
You know, it doesn't... Well, the casting time on Snare is a minute. That's the problem there.
Ah, that's true. Okay. Fair enough. Fine print.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't remember that. Cool. Okay, well then
No worries.
It takes a minute to cast that?
Yes, it does take a minute to cast Snare. It's
Nice.
pretty good. It's a good spell, don't get me wrong, but it does take a whole minute to cast.
Then that... I'm just gonna stab him some more, and as a bonus action, use Cure Wounds on myself.
Like it.
Tasha's
Okay,
Toxic
roll
Brew
that
also is a minute concentration. Damn, so you have to, like, totally think ahead for that.
Your Snare, yeah. It's a big, like, it's a plan ahead thing.
But yeah, the
Definitely.
snare, I mean, that one makes sense. I get it. That's more of a trap that they're walking into. But because I also have Tasha's Caustic Brew, and that's concentration up to a minute.
Yeah, so your
Looking at it right
concentration
now.
is what lets does
Could
the
be
reroll on
broken.
the damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will stick with the stab heal plan.
Cast it.
I could. I feel like that's a no fuck button, but I only have 1 HP, so I kind of need to heal myself.
That is very true.
Up to you.
So I will stab.
That's a mighty stab.
Because she's just, like, so tired and about to, like, bite the dust. And she's like, fuck you. And stabs.
Closer.
And then as a bonus action, she'll like place her palm to her forehead and just like sigh and heal herself.
Roll it up.
For 9.
Nice. Those are good heals. Hell yeah.
I have 10 HP.
Did we talk about implementing the new healing rules in this game? Which
What
was
are the
basically
new
just
healing rules?
all the heals basically just they doubled the dice. Instead of rolling so cure wounds, instead of rolling 1d8 is 2d8.
Yeah,
and
but they can do it too.
I know exactly. That's that.
How do you guys
That's.
feel about that?
I'm in favor.
I mean,
that.
fuck it.
I mean,
It's
honestly,
warm.
it's I do the one I wouldn't mind testing out the 1D&D healing rules because those spells look pretty good.
I wouldn't either.
Like I said,
feel
How do you feel about a Tosh healed?
That would mean you get 2d8,
Okay.
but that means also everyone else would also get 2d8.
But it's still one mod, right?
Yeah, it's still one mod. It's just they doubled the number of dice.
Okay.
Yeah, they just doubled.
So just another D8 then?
Yeah,
Or
just another d8. Just another d8.
with no mod?
No mod.
Yeah, I'm super down for that.
And that's
but
that's
never
across
use
the
it,
board. Like
too.
healing word is like 2d4, that kind of thing.
That's nice.
I think for the
Nice.
damage we take, it kind of evens it out more.
I agree. It was good
Agreed.
because I mean they even said that it was pretty rough. Healing was rough.
Yeah, but if I take another hit like the last one, I'm KO.
Oh yeah, no, I feel you.
But hopefully I'll just pass
There's a
the
recharge
friggin' con
spell.
save. Jesus. And that's it for me though. I can't do anything else.
Yeah, cure wounds. I'm looking at the I
Oh, yeah,
can send it to you, but yeah, it's
I
just
forgot
it's
she had a
2d8.
level of exhaustion.
Yeah,
So I forgot Aethelflaed had a level of exhaustion, which is important, but luckily
Oh,
not
yeah.
impactful for that. So
Yeah.
That affects ability checks, right?
food for thought. It does, but I mean, would that count as a hit? That would count as a hit, right? Or is that the next level of exhaustion? Is that 2 levels?
I thought the first one was just ability checks. But
Oh, I think you're completely right, but I should probably know this.
I was about to say I just pulled up the conditions thing too. Exhaustion first level is a disadvantage on ability checks. Second level is speed halved. Third level is disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. Fourth is hit point maximum halved. Fifth is reduced to
that's-
0, and sixth is death.
I gotta say, it's really nice DMing a bunch of DMs.
Right?
It really helps. Like, I can't remember all this shit.
Got you, fam.
Thanks. I know. I was like, wait, do I? Because
Yeah.
that would suck.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, I was thinking it was the second one, but I was like, oh, I don't know. But no,
Nah,
you were in the
even-
clear, and it was non-impactful either way. But
Yeah. I
anyway,
was gonna say the first
if
two
that's all you-
are Go ahead.
Mhm.
Oh, no, you're good.
I was just saying, first 2 levels of exhaustion aren't as bad. It's the third one where it really starts to suck.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, speed half is like, it sucks, but yeah, time to play, so I guess it's really bad. But anywho, if that's all you got, Aethelflaed, then Tarlin, it'll be on you. You're
Yes, sir.
Not trying to rush.
I kind of no, you're good. I already know what I'm gonna do. I'm just got to get to my spell so I can put it in the chat. After the poison, he kind of waves it off from his face. You think you can deal death? Watch me, and I cast Wither and Bloom. Let me draw my little shape here. My
Definitely
little
clicking on show spell description.
10-foot circle there.
Ooh,
And,
each creature of your choice.
Yeah. Basically, he has to make the con saving throw, and then Aethelflaed can spend a hit die, and adds
Okay.
my spellcasting mod, which is I believe +4. Let me make sure I'm not lying. It is +3. No, +4. +4. I'm sorry. Yeah, so you can roll a hit die +4 Aethelflaed for a heal.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the bloom part.
Yeah.
Does that happen now or just like?
Yes, right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's part of my spell. Yeah.
Nice.
But you would
Oh
roll
wait,
it twice,
plus what?
I guess.
Is that
You
your
said-
hit die?
No, it's not. I don't know
Yeah,
why I
was
did
gonna
that.
I was
No
like,
worries.
damn.
No, oh,
this is-
yeah. How was your HP where it's at? With the D4.
Did you say it was plus anything? Right?
Yeah,
What would
it's
I
4
be?
+4. It's your hit die +4. Hit die +4. Yeah.
And then 2 of those, since we're doing the new health thing.
No, just one on this one. Just one on this one.
Okay.
This is a damage spell that lets you uniquely use a hit dice
I
to
see.
regain. So like, yeah, like fighters, barbarians get the most benefit from it, but
Huh. Thank you. Then.
yeah,
Helpful.
yeah, I was gonna say just
Very
14 on the
helpful.
con save.
Whew. What on the con
Especially with
save?
the homie going there.
Oh, I know. I
Yeah.
can't.
Don't get me wrong, my damage rolls were poo poo on that. So honestly, this is Wither and Bloom
Okay.
is probably one of. Don't get me wrong, Silvery Barbs, amazing spell, but it's broken. Wither and Bloom is fun, flavorful, good spell. I like it a whole lot, and it will probably be a very signature spell for me over the course of the game.
Nice.
Oh, wait.
It is pretty symbolic.
We'll say that's fine. Technically, not a save, but that's okay. He doesn't have. Okay, cool. So that is probably a failure.
It has to be a 14. Oh, it doesn't
yeah,
have
it
his
doesn't
con.
need a-
Yeah, okay.
So have you?
hate when the blocks-
You haven't rolled it up, right? Oh, you did.
The
5.
damage, yeah, it's part of the macro, yeah. So 5. Didn't do very much damage, unfortunately,
Nice.
but mid damage. 2D, it's 2d6 to start with. Yeah.
I mean, if you survive this turn, you'll probably kill him next turn.
Right. Let's see, and then from
That being
there,
said,
I am going to let me. How do I erase these stupid shapes that I've drawn?
Hunter knows. I don't remember. Does it like control something or
To
erase the
Like-
squigglies?
Oh, I got it. Never mind.
They used to have a
I got
button that lets you erase. All
Basically, you can
drawings.
just click on it and it'll highlight it and hit the delete button.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm going to move away just a bit. I need a moment to recover, friends, and then yeah, just kind of, and as I'm kind of stepping away a little bit.
okay.
But that's going to be my turn.
All right, so Jesse, this blue creature, after taking more attacks, is looking pretty grim. He looks at you and he points and he snarls. And he bares his claw, trying to swipe at you. I would assume only the 18 would hit. Feels accurate. So you are able to successfully duck the first 2 swipes with these claws. Unfortunately, it's the third swipe that gets you. He pierces your flesh with his claw and gets you directly in the shoulder and kind of buries his claw deep into your shoulder blade. And you take 11 points of damage.
Jesus.
And it's now on you, Jesse.
Ready for your peak tablet, baby. Can you pass me the peak tablet, please?
That sounds painful. I
He's very
am.
hurt.
I think I would hope to, since I've got my short sword. Is it possible to take a strong swipe at him and retreat?
You can attack with a
You
short
could
sword and then
do
yes. Sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead.
yeah, you can retreat with the bonus action.
Yeah,
That'd be the
To
idea.
disengage with your thing. And you
Yeah.
can swipe at him with your short sword.
Yep.
And you know all the buttons to click. I would say you guys are basically flanking him, right?
Yeah. He gets with the 5 foot, he since he's right next to
Yeah, so you
Aethelflaed,
guys
he would
sure
get the advantage.
Yeah, I'd say for sure you guys have advantage here. So 21 to hit definitely hits. Go and roll the damage.
Is that
And
including
then,
the
do you see where it says? Just click where it says sneak attack, and then I'll roll that sneak.
Let me see what I can find. Doot. I thought I saw. There it is. Oh, are we? Did you say we're adding sneak attack to that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Did that? Let's see. Oh, see if that does it. Is that it?
Nice.
Hey.
Okay. So Jesse, you swipe with your short sword, and just as this motherfucker has clawed into your shoulder, just as quickly he realizes it was a mistake to close the gap, and you stab him deeply into his side, dealing 15 points of damage. He's almost on one knee. He's damn near collapsed on the ground, but he's still hanging on to dear life. You can see fear in his eyes. Anything else you want to do with your turn, Jesse? You could move away.
Engage move.
You could stab him, perhaps, for the final bit of damage. You would only be rolling a 1d4 because you're using a dagger.
Right.
You'd have advantage. Or you can try to get some distance.
I've still got fair hit points, right? I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll take the 1d4 on the dagger. Let's see.
Okay.
And just
You might deal 3 to 4 damage.
right.
There's a 50% chance you kill him.
Well, no, you say there's a 50% chance, but I also have and tell me how this is, or if this is applicable. If I don't like my roll, I have my.
Oh, you have the lucky feat.
I have my luck. Yeah, so I can actually I have the option potentially to re-roll if it's really terrible. Is that true?
Yeah, but technically I don't think it applies to damage rolls.
Yeah, it's on the attack, not on the damage.
But
Yeah.
You can
okay,
reroll
good.
d20s.
Okay, gotcha. That applies to d20s.
yeah, but
Gotcha.
I'm
I'm still gonna
this.
swing with the dagger
The
anyway.
fact that you can take that ability and use it on one of your teammates means it's very valuable
Mhm.
and very godlike.
Oh, that's right. I can
So I'll say this.
I can actually intervene on somebody else's play with that.
That is true.
Is that true? Okay, cool. That's good to know. Yeah, that makes it a whole different thing. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do a little
It's a
dagger
very
swipe.
souped up version.
Yeah, cool. I need to learn more about that. Okay, here goes dagger. Did that do? And then I do this.
Uh,
I did that.
it doesn't hit, but you could.
You
Oh,
could
I
let
didn't
me
need.
have
Okay,
it.
so a couple
Sorry
things.
about that. We didn't need to sneak.
So you didn't quite hit, but use your lucky to maybe re-roll that, and it wouldn't get sneak attack because you've already used that
Yeah.
once this turn,
Yep. No, I did. Yeah, that was a. Let's
and
see.
it also wouldn't get your modifier because it's your offhand. But that's okay because I'll just look at the rolls and
Yeah.
take it
Oh,
into
let's see.
account.
So do I? What did I? I don't know what I just did there. I was trying to change my modifier.
You did re-roll the dagger.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you didn't hit.
Okay. Good deal.
That's okay. All right. You could try to move away, but you might get attacked in the process, or you could
I'm
end your turn.
feeling, man.
Eighth
That'll-
flip. This draconian is almost kneeling before you at this point, with 3 hit points left. What would
Yeah.
you like to do?
Stab him in the neck.
Stab him in the
Stab him.
And then you stop.
That certainly hits.
That's not enough. I'll do the bonus action.
He who successfully stabbed him in the neck. You can see the life fading from his eyes.
Oh, it would be a 4, not a +4. Plus another 4 damage if the 7 wasn't enough as a bonus action with the blunt end of the spear.
That certainly is enough. You see this creature slump over, kind of curl up in a ball, and then you see no more movement.
Back away from
Does he
him quickly.
disappear?
What's that?
Oh, it doesn't
And
disappear?
I shout out to them, back away
doesn't.
quickly.
It does strike you as odd, but yeah, nothing happens.
I think when hearing Tarlin, Ethelfled had started to take a few steps away. But if she doesn't notice anything similar as the last time, she's probably going to remain where she is.
Yeah, I'm like nervous. I feel like this thing might like still explode.
So far, nothing's happened.
Okay, well then I'm going to go up and lop off his hand or something, or take a tooth or some sort of trophy so we can bring it back to town to
Nice.
give to Raven. Mayor Raven.
The head. The whole head.
Yeah, she'll turn
I'm
to-
slowly making a wide berth around this creature back towards the path.
Okay. So you're taking the whole body, you're cutting the head off. What exactly are you
She
doing?
just cut the head off. I'll take some scales too.
Cool.
Hey,
All right. So you now have the head of a draconian,
okay.
and I'm guessing you're going back to the city.
Is there any other loot on it?
Oh yeah, good call. Roll a D100, all 3 of you.
Okay. The character almost got turned to stone last time, so while he very much played it off as like, oh yeah, no big deal, he's obviously very nervous about these things when they die.
Yeah, probably better not to risk it.
Yeah, for sure.
He's just like not going near it. Uh
Maybe if you drink its blood, you'll become magical like the dragon.
But I'm already magical. I do all kinds of crazy things.
That's true.
Okay.
Does anyone find
Oh,
it odd that this
wizard.
dragon doesn't blow up?
43 with 52.
I'm not a magical mutant like a sorcerer. I'm a magical nerd, okay? Come on. Quit trying to Spider-Man me over here, okay?
Okay, go ahead and call out your numbers for me.
Alright, Tarlin got a 43.
43. Okay. Okay, so Harlan, you get a charm of plant command. Okay.
I'm happy with that.
Don't know what that does. I don't know what it does, but that is what you have.
I'm cool with
Okay,
it.
somebody else call out a number. What'd you
Ethelfled
get,
had
Tosh?
gotten 52.
52. The Dust of Disappearance.
Nice.
Sounds pretty good.
Take that, tiger guy.
Keep track of that. Keep track of these. And then Tarlin, or not Tarlin, Calixto, what do you have?
I was not here for this. This would have been Jesse.
You got
that's right.
a 16.
Yeah, sorry. Jesse.
Yeah, I rolled a 16.
16. You get a potion, and it's labeled invisible.
Okay. That sounds great.
Okay, very good, very good. So you now have the head of a Draconian. You're heading back to the city, correct?
Yes.
Sounds like a bunch of uses to me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Calixto. You hear this distant cry, screaming. You're not sure why, what the source is, but you have a general direction. What would you like to do?
It doesn't sound... Well, I guess first, can I make an insight check? Are those the sounds
Sure.
of terror that I hear? Why, that's the screaming of terror.
I will say this, it doesn't actually require an insight check to in fact know that those are the screams of terror.
Okay. Alright, then...
It is not people having a joyous time,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Are they on a roller coaster? No, okay.
Yeah.
I will turn around then and bolt back to Valentina.
Okay, as you are approaching, you can hear the screams are getting much louder.
Oh shit. Is it happening at the docks?
What was once more distant is now towards the docks. Maybe not necessarily directly at the docks, but it occurs to you that if you go towards the docks, it is possible that you could run into this mob.
Well, yes. I am definitely going to... You know what? Can I climb on and stand on the roof of like a nearby building?
You sure could. Roll athletics.
Yeah. Like climb up a stack of boxes or something.
So, as you're climbing up, you hear less screaming. It seems to be dying down somewhat. It doesn't occur to you until you reach the top. You thought maybe the commotion was over. But you reach the very top, and you're looking around, and you don't see anything to the north. You don't see anything to the northwest or the southwest. It's basically coming from, let me see if I can remember how to paint this area, but it migrated over here. You don't see any real commotion. There's some panic over here, but you don't see anything that might be bringing on the violence. So you kind of scan, you look around. Roll me a perception check. Okay. So as you're looking around, you don't see anything that stands out until you look in the direction of where the screams had originally come from. And it doesn't occur to you until now, as you've heard these cries kind of dwindle down. You look over and you see something horrifying that you never expected to see in this city. You only see one of these. Dripping down his hands and the blood underneath him. That leads you to finally understand that the reason that there were less screams is because there were less people. You can see that a body had been thrown towards the wall, not directly in front of you, but in a straight distance. I'd say you're probably several 100 feet away.
Holy
But you
shit.
can see enough of this scene to understand that there is a creature that is manhandling these people, throwing them into buildings, ripping them to pieces.
Jesus.
And you see the people trying to run away from him. He grabs a guard with his bare hand and just snaps his neck.
I don't think I can take
Or
this guy.
CR0 guard.
I don't know, dude. Is this like, are we talking like tearing torsos from waists kind of a situation? With his bare hand?
I mean, it's pretty gnarly. I wouldn't say it's Event Horizon, but like he's definitely just manhandling these people, throwing them into buildings. These are commoners. They stand no chance against him.
Okay.
They're just
Throwing
being
him into
flung
buildings.
around like rag dolls.
Okay, so I don't think I can take this guy. He's basically throwing like humans around like rag dolls, right?
He certainly
Or
is.
it.
He is throwing ZR.5 commoners around.
Did we ever go to Mayor Raven's house?
House? No.
You've never been inside Mayor Raven's house.
But did we go to Mayor Raven's house?
No.
I don't know if I ever.
I don't
did.
believe so.
I think someone else did.
Mm-mm.
Oh shit. Do we know where Becklin is?
You are looking around on your building, but you can't quite see Becklin or Cudgel.
God. There's no one in sight. This thing is... Oh, fuck. How far away from it am I?
I mean, it kind of depends on how far away you want to be. I would say several rooftops back, right?
Far enough to see it. Okay.
Yeah, because you want to be like Yeah, I mean, you can see the scene, but you're far enough away to where he's not going to be able to see you, really. If that's the concern.
Okay, so standing on this building, I'm gonna turn and look around the city. Do I see like a is there like a bell or a horn or a drum like anywhere?
I would say there might be a bell at the church. I'm sure there's a church. I'm sure there's.
Oh shit. Okay. Hmm. Well, I guess. Ooh, from the top of the roof, can I bellow down towards the docks and say, "Everyone, flee the city north. Get to safety." And I'll fucking do my best to shout it out from the top up there. And just sort of direct everyone away from the dock area where this thing is.
Roll performance or persuasion.
Ooh. I will definitely roll persuasion. If granted the option. Now roll. Yeah, you know what? I'll roll persuasion. Ooh, 10.
I mean, there are definitely some people that hear you, and some of them are like, "Oh, okay." You know, maybe they've caught wind that you are, in fact, like the hope of Bulgar.
Dog,
Bogler. Bogler.
we are just straight up. Did you say Baldur's Gate?
Yeah.
The hope of Baldur's Gate. Well, fuck.
As you deliver this speech, you're trying to reach as many of the villagers as possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see in the corner of your eye a child. This child is running by herself. This tiny little girl, probably about 3 years old, running by herself. You look over to the left and you see Darrett just staring at you. And he's like, got his fist in the air, and he's like, "Let's go get him." And then there's another tiny child that runs by,
Where are all these
and you can just
children
hear the scream. You can hear the screams in the background.
Okay, I'm gonna say, Derek, grab those children and get to safety. Get to Kalama. And
He nods and he gives you a thumbs up.
I'm
He
gonna
grabs
tell
the
him-
children with
I'm gonna tell
both.
them, actually, we're gonna try. I'll try and find the others and get as many people as I can safely out of the city. So just so he knows that, like, we may temporarily be available, like, outside of the city, but that we intend to go to Kalamat if we can't, like, do anything about this here.
Okay, super solid. So you relay all that valuable information to Darrett. You're able to persuade some people to go towards the docks. You have a reputation very, very suddenly of being the saviors of this town. So Darrett does grab the children. He runs away with them, one in each arm. And he's trying to spread the word now of your intentions to perhaps evacuate and go to Column.
Okay, yes, and then what I will do is make my way to... Fuck, where could we find Becklin? Where would Becklin be? Fucking A. I'm gonna go to Greenshield's house. I don't know where Greenshield lives. Fuck. Dude, fuck. I don't know. I'm gonna head towards the front gate because I think there might be a guard station there. But I will
Okay.
head north, warning everybody I encounter, with as much persuasion as I can muster to fucking. We are under attack. Evacuate. Get to
Okay.
safety. Do not go south.
You're welcome to roll another persuasion or performance check
Sure.
since you're sending a new message. Same gist, just different delivery.
Yeah, I guess since I'm like just running as I go, I'll do performance this time. Okay, yeah, so I'm just sort of
Okay.
shouting as I run.
And you're going towards the guard post or the gate?
I am moving through the city, up to the front gates.
Okay.
And then upon arriving at
So you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, upon arriving at the front gates, I mean, first off, is the front gate under attack?
So far, the only creature you've seen is that one. You haven't seen any others.
Okay. Well then, yeah, where's that fucking guard who was here the first time we entered the city? I guess I'll look for like any town guard who's around.
So you don't see a town guard, but what you do see entering the front gate is first thing that stands out to you is a blue draconian that appears to be sleeping, knocked out, or dead. And then you see Aethelflid, Tarlin, and Jesse as they walk in. And followed behind Aethelflid is the little steel defender with God knows what to deliver. And that's what we're rolling tonight.
Okay,
All right. Good sesh.
good sesh.
Nice.
All right. Well, it's fun.
Hell yes.
Yeah, thank you very much for running that, dude. That was good shit.
Seriously. Yeah.
You're welcome. I was like, we need some fucking combat. It's important to set it up and everything. And I was like, let's get metal for a second.
Yeah, I as a wizard, that hurt. If I had taken 23, I would be dead, or at least -4. So
Yeah, my HP is 24.
yeah, that's why.
That was brutal.
Holy cow. Yeah, watch out for that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Good game, guys.
Mm-hmm.
GG.
Yeah, good
All
game.
right.
Do we want
Yeah.
to do an after session recap?
Yes, we do. Pop quiz. Okay, so we had Jesse doing karate. Gotta start with that. While this funeral procession's happening, Untamed Siren is playing their music while Jesse is doing karate. And it's very cool. So that was very fortunate because he happened to see these three Solomonic Knights. I don't know if anyone's ever asked their names, but these three Solomonic Knights who had accosted Tarlin are walking towards a convergence with Aethelflid and Tarlin. Jesse follows everyone all the way to the camp. But before that happens, there's a mild conversation about how the Solomonic Knights were just doing their job. They were trying to protect the city. They felt a lot of pressure. And they had indicated that they were going to the crime scene. So 5 of you set off to go to the crime scene, where you discover a barrel that has some sort of arcane fungal algae sort of toxin of sorts that was in a barrel. You discovered a letter where Mayor Raven was thanking the mercenaries for their work and for helping out, and they were offering and Mayor Raven was delivering this case of ale, a couple of barrels of ale. But you guys discovered that. You discovered this note, and you discovered tracks. The 3 Salonic Knights kind of suggest that maybe you shouldn't reveal the things that you have discovered to anyone in the city, really. And then they offer to see where the tracks lead, and they do head in that direction. So that's when Tarlin and Aethelfled and further back Jesse are making their way up the road. That's when the Blue Draconian appears. He is once invisible, but he casts a lightning spell that just arches right in front of you. It does occur to you that it's odd that he did that without just outright killing you, because he had a massive advantage. And then he just kind of paused and snarled at you when he could have attacked. You guys kill him and take his body to the city. Meanwhile, in the city, we had a touching scene between Valentina, who is the head of the guard in town, who indicates he would like to evacuate Colomon. He has been met with resistance from Becklin, who wants to ensure that they are able to track down the murderers who killed Cudgel, her best friend's entire 50-man mercenary team. Right around the time Calixto leaves that scene, he hears screams. Then he proceeds to climb a roof, tries to look at some things, figure out what's going on, and he is able to see in the distance the horrific vision of a silver draconian that is just throwing things around like rag dolls. Humans are just being thrown against walls and thrown in the sky and are being played with like they're sport. He is just going around killing everything that moves. So far, you've only seen him, and you have yet to discover any reason to believe that there might be anyone else. But you're uncertain of what could be lurking out there. You're also unsure of how this draconian made it in the city. So while all of that is going on, Tarlin, Aethelfled, Jesse, you guys arrive in the city right around the time that Calixto, after telling Darrett of his intentions and having him help the children away, Calixto meets up as he's yelling for people to evacuate and go to the docks. He sees his 3 companions appear, and then the little steel defender also pops up with evidence of what has just occurred in his presence.
Okay. Good shit. So we're all gonna go just beat this guy's ass, right? Because we're gods?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna stand back and throw my spear instead this time.
Great. You got that returning infusion on it?
Yup.
Good luck, melee fighters. Alright. Okay, well, good shit. Great session, man.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's long.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun.